Hello everyone and welcome back to Minerva. I'm Whitney and today I have a fun video for you guys. So if you are familiar with Cashmerette patterns, she has begun extending her size range. So historically, Cashmerette patterns have been a pattern company for curvier women. Her size range previously went from a size 12 to a size 30. She also includes cup sizes for each of these, a CD, an EF, and a GH, which is great if you have a little bit curvier figure. But recently, she has extended her size range both down and up. So now her size range goes from a size 0 to a size 32. Now, obviously, numbers are all relative, so I will leave up above a range of bust sizes and hip sizes for her entire size range to give you a better idea. Now, for those of us that have a little bit more bust to waist, waist to hip, that kind of, or just larger bust type of ratios, this was amazing. Amazing news. Anyway, she has gone back and done a couple of her previous patterns in the new size range. I definitely encourage you to go have a look. But today we're going to be talking about the Cashmerette Concord T-Shirt. Now, this T-shirt is meant for larger busts. If you have a larger bust in a very large size range, whether you're a size 0 or a size 32, this is the T-shirt pattern for you. It is, I would say, my favorite T-shirt pattern. It just fits beautifully. If you've ever had to try and do bust adjustments for a larger bust in a knit top, it can be a little tricky, and even then you still might get some of the wrinkles and stuff that go out into your arms. This eliminates all of that. It's just such a great pattern. So I thought today it would be fun to go through the different variations that are in the pattern, as well as 3 different fabrics that you could use to make your fabric types that you could use to make your own Concord T-shirt. Also, I find that it makes it a little bit easier. Sometimes finding knit fabrics that would be best for a T-shirt can be a little trickier. So yeah, this will give you 3 different options depending on the type of T-shirt you're wanting, where to pick. And I have picked 3 fabrics that come in quite a lot of colors, so that makes it even easier. All right, let's get started. I've got T-shirts here, but I'm also going to pop footage of me in the T-shirts moving around and also a still, so you can see the T-shirts on a body as well. Okay, for the first one, I have made, this pattern comes with 3 different necklines, 3 different sleeve lengths, 3 different hem lengths, and a couple of different fun things like these little sleeve tabs. So I've made all of them. Okay, so this one is the, I think it's called the longer length, and I've gone with the scoop neck on this T-shirt. And this beautiful, the color of this one is called Light Petrol. I have made the mid-length sleeve, so this is kind of a 3/4 length sleeve. All the sleeves also come with cuffs that you can add onto the pattern or omit. It's just an easy way to finish off your sleeve hem, really. I think, and it gives a nice little detail as well. But I have added the little tab detail here on the side of the sleeve. Now, I do not have a working buttonhole on this. I have just sewn the button right to the shirt, and it keeps that tab anchored. I will never unbutton it. You know, that's just a detail of the top. I've made the longer length, and the longer length does come, it's a little higher in the front than it is in the back, and it's got this little curve detail, so it comes with front and back hem facings, which is kind of a fun and different way of finishing off your hem. Scoop neckline, and I have top stitched mine down with a cover stitch machine. But let's talk about the fabric. So this is T-shirt 1. This is a luxury viscose jersey from here at Minerva, and it comes in a whole host of colors. This particular colorway is the light petrol color, and it is fantastic for T-shirts. Now, viscose jersey has a little bit more drape than the other 2 substrates that I'm going to show you here in a second, but that can be beautiful. So I thought with this longer shirt, when you want a little bit more drape, especially when I'm using the sleeve tab, I think that having a little bit more drape down the sleeve just it just looks really nice and soft, and I liked the viscose really well for this particular version. Although, truth be told, all three of these fabrics would work in all three of these versions, so it's just kind of what you're wanting and what you're going for. Again, the viscose jersey is going to have a little bit more weight to it and a little bit, or quite a bit more drape than the other two I'm going to show you. But if you're wanting that, if you're wanting something a little more relaxed, a little bit more comfortable feeling, this is definitely a fantastic fabric to go with. Now, keep in mind, I have actually sewn a size 10 GH at the bust and hips and graded to a size 12 at my waist, because this is made for a very curvy figure, and I am very straight through my waist and hips, so I did have to grade out a size so that it wasn't so tight on my waist. Because when you are working with drapier fabrics, knits in particular, they cling, which can be beautiful in the right applications, of course, which is what you want. You know, and I wanted kind of a drapier sleeve on this one, as well as the drapier hem. However, that can also mean that it will cling to lumps and bumps. So you just want to make sure that you do have enough ease for it to be comfortable. This is a tighter fitting t-shirt, but it's a very easy thing to grade out. So if you don't have, you know, a big curve in your waist, I do not, you can still very easily use this pattern. Again, I just graded out from a 10 to a 12 and straightened out that side seam just a little bit. I still do have a curve in the side seam. It's just not nearly as drastic as the straight size 10 would have been. So there we have it for shirt 1. Beautiful color. I mean, the fabric is... Viscose jerseys and rayon jerseys are not all created equal. This one has definitely more of a matte finish, and it washes and wears a lot better than some of your less expensive rayon jerseys. So I would definitely recommend this for t-shirts, cardigans, any kind of knit top really, especially if you're using anything with a cowl or a wrap top or something that needs drape. But this viscose, if you enjoy a good rayon viscose jersey, this one is fantastic. It's really, really lovely to work with and to wear. All right, for the second version, actually I'm kind of matching a little bit. This is a different fabric, but all right, this is a cotton spandex jersey. Also comes in a whole host of colors. This color that I have chosen for this version is called Soft Red. I also want to remind you, all three of the fabrics that I'm talking about today will be linked down below, tagged down below, so you can very easily click on that and it'll send you to the product page, or you can easily add it to your cart from down below. So just as a reminder, we'll have pop-ups here as well if you're interested in both the pattern and the fabrics. But again, this one comes in a ton of different colors. So if the soft red isn't your thing, there's a color over there that will be. All right, for this version, I did the cropped version for this one with the higher neckline and the short sleeves that also comes with the cute little cuff. Now, I do want to talk, okay, let's talk about crop tops. I am not one, I'm just not comfortable necessarily showing any skin in my midriff when I am wearing a cropped top. But that being said, I still wear tops that are cropped. I just like them to go below where a higher waisted skirt or pant might be sitting on my body. Now, I have made this pattern before and made the crop top version as it was drafted, but it's a long sleeve version. I made it in a thicker knit with the intention of wearing it over some fit and flare dresses, some shirt dresses, as like a little sweater, a little extra layer to take sleeveless dresses into the cooler months. And it is pretty cropped. So I actually added 2 inches to the length on this one, and it is perfect. I love this. So yeah, just kind of depending, you may want to do a muslin or a toile before you cut into good fabric, just to see if maybe you want to, or go ahead and add the 2 inches. You can always subtract it back if you wanted to. You can always take away, much harder to add on. Anyway, I think that this little top is so cute. Also, another good thing is that this is the higher neckline. Now, like a crew neckline, one might think. However, what I love most about Cashmerette Patterns is that she knows when you have a larger bust, the higher the neckline, the little less flattering it is. So while this is still a high neckline, especially compared to the scoop neckline, it's not a, I wouldn't call it a crew neckline. It's just higher. So you can still have that little, the effect of the higher neckline without it making you look like you have just a very large expanse of boob. So I love that. I also love that her short sleeves don't hit at the fullest part of the bust either, and they are angled a little bit so that you don't get that hard line that goes right across the fullest part of your chest and makes you look wider. I just really appreciate those kind of details in a good pattern draft, and Cashmerette really knocks it out of the park for anyone with a larger bust. So I'm very happy again with my cropped version. Love the higher neckline. This is a cotton spandex jersey, like I had mentioned. I would probably say that cotton spandex jersey is my favorite fabric to use for t-shirts. I just find that it is just a little bit beefier, it hugs the body, but it doesn't cling like a viscose or a rayon jersey. Instead, it kind of holds its own and it skims, I guess, the body because it is a more bodied fabric. I really like that about cotton jersey. And I also find that when you get a good bit of elastane or lycra into that cotton or spandex, into that cotton with great recovery, it just wears so well for so long. And you can easily throw them in the washer and the dryer. I know a lot of people don't like to do that with their me-mades, but I do dry my cotton jersey t-shirts. And I mean, it may shorten the life on them, but it's just easier for me in the stage of life that I'm in right now. And I just think that they still wear beautifully even after that. So that is the cotton spandex. So lovely. Again, whole bunch of colors. So go have a look. There'll be a few colors there that you're going to love. And some very interesting colors as well. But this is the soft red. All right. For my final version, I have made up the mid-length. So this is more what I would consider like a regular t-shirt length, the mid-length. I've gone with the long sleeves and I've done the V neckline. Now I have made this one up in a gorgeous Ponte di Roma. It has a beautiful blend of, it's got just enough rayon in this blend just to make it feel really soft. It's not gonna pill. Because the polyester or the man-made content is lower in it. And it's just, I don't know, it recovers really well. It's just a really good Ponte. Also, you know, Pontes can kind of run the gamut as far as thicknesses. This one I would definitely think would be great for not only t-shirts, and I'm going to be styling this more as a sweater or a jumper, if you will. But I think this would be great with swishier skirts. I think you could do maybe not a tailored pant in this weight, but a swishier pant, you know, a palazzo, wider leg pant would be great in this kind of fabric. A lighter weight cardigan, a lighter structured cardigan. You know, there's some beautiful patterns out there for knit blazers. I think this might be a little lightweight for a knit blazer. I would go with a little bit heavier Ponte for that, but wonderful again for more structured tops, looser skirts. You might be able to do a fitted pencil skirt out of this, but it may show more lumps and bumps than you want because it's just a little bit thinner. But this also comes in a whole host of colors. This is the gold colorway, and beautiful. I love this color. And it makes such a wonderful sweater and or jumper. So I'm styling it here, layered over a button-up shirt. So it can definitely be a great alternative if you do not knit to make a handmade jumper or sweater, and much quicker than having to hand knit it yourself. That's what I love about Ponte. It's nice and warm. It's a great layering fabric. It's very easy to sew. If you've never sewn with knits, I highly suggest a Ponte. It doesn't curl like some of the jerseys do. It's a little bit thicker, a little beefier, and it really sews easily and presses lovely as well, which all of this can be said about this one as well. But I've done a very nice, the V neckline. Her instructions and the pattern are very nice on this. I have put the cuff on the sleeve again, just because I really wanted it to have more of a sweater / jumper feel. But yeah, a nice little top. Another thing I wanted to talk about with this pattern is that I have shortened the body of this by 1 inch for this version and the first one, the longer version, because I am only 5'2". Again, I lengthened the cropped one, but I did shorten this version and the first one by 1 inch because I am short. And I just need that little bit of a less length. So anyway, there we have it. That is the Cashmerette Concord in the Ponte. It works great. I think this would, again, be wonderful in the cropped version as a little cropped sweater for the cooler months. I mean, really, it would also be a great top for the first version as well. I mean, these fabrics, like I mentioned, are all very interchangeable for all 3 versions. So there you have it. Those are my 3 Cashmerette Concord T-shirts in 3 very different fabrics, but that all look beautiful, just depending on the kind of finished result you're wanting to get with your own T-shirt. Again, I highly recommend this pattern. It is my personal favorite pattern. So if you are a little bustier, a little curvier, it is a wonderful, wonderfully drafted, great instructions T-shirt pattern. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Don't forget, if you're interested in seeing all the different colors that are available in these 3 fabrics, they're all tagged down below, so you can easily go to the product page for that and have a look and see what else might tickle your fancy over there. That's all I have for today, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful one, and I will see you next time. Bye!